Guys, what's up? So, today we are going to continue the final part towards Strategic Management Chapter 2, that is Business Policy and Strategic Management Part 2.3. So, this tutorial series is conceptualized by me, that is Ayush Sanghi. You already know I am a practicing chartered accountant. I teach due to passion. So, my passion has led me into imparting high quality, accessible education for all of you through Education Revolution, that is Unacademy CA. This is my Facebook handle. Like, comment, subscribe on this channel in order to motivate us to make awesome videos for all of you on all subjects. So, coming to the rest of the part, the first thing is vision. All of us have a vision to become a chartered accountant. Is that our vision? Is that our mission? Is that our objective? Or is that our goal? We will understand from the eyes of a CA student. What does a CA student think? Where do we want to be? So just like a CA student thinks, where do we want to be? Similarly, a company thinks. So there is no difference, or there is very little difference between a company and a CA student. Where do we want to be? Where do I see myself? मुझे कहाँ पहुँचना है? It creates a roadmap to the company's future. Roadmap. So, what is the roadmap to a company's future? Where do we want to be? It provides specifics on technology and customer focus. You have to focus on changing technology, and utmost important is consumer, as he is the king. वो राजा है. Second is the geographic and the product markets to be pursued. Every geography, you cannot just sell your goods in Delhi, or you cannot just sell your goods in India. You have to go abroad. You have to overcome geographies. And you cannot just restrict yourself only to one product. ITC, Indian Tobacco Company, now manufactures registers through Classmate. So it has gone to other product markets. The capabilities it plans to develop, how capable is the company, and finally, the kind of company that management is trying to create. So, if you are trying to create another company like a Google or an Apple or an Oracle, so this is the kind of company that you are wishing to create, the kind of company. This is the vision. Where do we want to be? So, vision includes where do we want to be, want, and where. These are very smart terms, बहुत होशियार terms हैं. Hence, there is a concept introduced by our dear institute, smart concept. This smart concept or होशियारी का concept will explain the vision concept appropriately. So first is specific. Be very, very specific. What do you want to achieve? I want to achieve strategic management amongst the 7 papers. And being more specific, strategic management, chapter 2. Being all the more specific, strategic management, chapter 2.3. All the most specific, being strategic management, chapter 2, part 3, by CA Ayush Sanghi at Unacademy. So I'm just joking. You have to be specific under the SMART concept. Second is measurable. कितना achieve करना है? How much do you want to achieve in terms of quantity, in terms of sales, anything that is measurable. Third is achievable. Should it be achievable? It should not be realistic. You have started your company today. You should not aim to become another Reliance. That is impractical. That is foolishness. So be realistic. It takes 30 years to develop a Reliance. Fourth is always be relevant. A business should always be relevant. And whatever factors or whatever policies or whatever vision you are making, it should be relevant for business. Now, Reliance should not start thinking of entering a technology support company. It would not work. Or an Apple should not start extracting oil or crude oil. It is not practical. So, if they develop a vision of creating the largest ONGC or oil manufacturing company, it is impractical. It is not relevant for their business. And finally, it should be time bound. कोई भी टारगेट ऐसा नहीं है कि 100 साल में अचीव होगा. You have to write in what target should you be achieved. What better CA students can know through a time bound target. We have to complete the syllabus because papers are in November first week. 15th of November, by the way, आप लोगों का ITSM का पेपर है. So this is time bound preparation, which is why we are releasing these videos so early. So please remember the SMART concept. This expresses our vision. The elements of strategic vision are: firstly, there should always be a mission statement. Mission statement means what is our present business, who we are, and where we are now. Three W's: what, who, and where. We are only analyzing the present situation. As soon as we draw a mission statement, secondly, we have to define a long term path. Important long term path, because we know where we are right now, we know where we have to reach. So this will help us to reach to this. This is our long term path. It takes almost 4 years, 9 months. It took me 4 years, 9 months. It might take you 5 years. I don't know. But long term path based on mission statement and selecting best alternative. And finally, you have to clearly communicate the strategic vision to every single person in the organization. If you do not do this, अगर आप एक कमरे में खुद ही mission vision बता के बैठे रहे, so it will be of no use, because company or any kind of objective is a group effort. It's a company effort. It's not one man show. Coming to the second objective, Roman 2 is mission. In vision, we discussed vision. What did we discuss? We discussed where do we want to be. हम अपने आप को कहाँ देखते हैं. In mission, we discussed who we are and what we do. Present analysis. Who we are, what we do. So the purpose of drawing a mission statement under mission is there is unanimity of purpose. What do we mean by unanimity? Unanimous, which means everybody has given the decision without asking for what is the purpose, etc. Unanimity, unanimous. Second, motivating the use of firms' resources. As you know, the concept of sustainable development, all the resources are being used properly. The third is for the basis for allocating firms' resources properly. It is a repetition, so ignore this point. It is only motivating for the firm's resources. Fourth point, general tone or organizational climate. Very important point, organizational climate. For example, to suggest a business like of any kind of operation that has to be taken place in a business, that is the organization climate. Next is focal point or the key point. Remember the word key for identifying the firm's purpose and directions. What does a firm want to achieve? What is its direction? Identify the focal point. As soon as you do this, translate this focal point, that is your objective and goals, into a work structure. Do not become like a शेख चिल्ली. हवा में पुलाव मत पकाओ. गैस ऑन करो, उस पे रखो, चावल डालो और पकाना शुरू करो. Unless until you start working, these objectives and goals won't do that themselves. So translate your focal point into work. And finally, specify the organizational purposes or make these very, very clear to everyone. This is the purpose of having a mission statement, as you specify all these things within a mission statement. So features of a mission statement, what are the features? Mind you, features can also be called as characteristics. इनको characteristics भी कहा जा सकता है. Remember this for the exam. First is expression of a firm's growth ambition. It expresses at what rate or at what quote does the firms want to grow. Second is it satisfies the firm's presence and existence. So we were discussing the purpose. My purpose is to provide free virtual education to all the CS students. It is satisfying my presence and my existence. Third is the vision would come alive. So remember the definition of mission. Vision when expressed turns into a mission. Remember this definition, vision when expressed turns into a mission. So when vision is coming alive, it can come alive through a mission. And finally, it acts as a guiding principle for the firm. Torch bearer. Guiding principle होता है किसी भी firm के लिए एक mission statement. So there are certain guidelines for a mission statement because it is so important, as we had just discussed. So there are certain guidelines that have been prescribed for the formulation. What are these guidelines? They are very, very basic. Remember any 5, कोई सी भी 5 याद रख लेना, सारी याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Who we are, what we do, we are looking for a long term benefit. It must be guiding force for the company, guiding force, torch bearer, light लेके आगे चलने वाला इंसान, कोई भी guiding force. Fourth, it should be clearly communicated to every person in the company. So, as you can see, the points are repeating themselves. They cover firms' goals, customer groups, technologies, competencies, and activities. Highly personalized, which means they are unique to a firm. They create competitive advantage. They contain elements of long term strategy as well as desired outcomes. So, whatever you are trying to achieve, the mission statement should encapsulate all those elements. They should be precise, to the point, clear and feasible, distinctive and motivating. And finally, they should serve as a justification for the firm's very presence and existence. Again, purpose. The purpose should be justified. So these are broad guidelines. Remember, any 4 or 5, don't need to remember all of them. Guidelines. Coming to the third aspect, that are objectives. So first we studied vision, उसके बाद हमने पढ़ा mission, अब हम पढ़ेंगे objectives. Just to recapitulate, vision means any kind of roadmap to the company's future. Where do we want to be? What is a mission? Vision, when expressed, becomes mission. What business are we in now? अभी हमारे क्या हालात हैं? The third is objective. Objective. These are organizations' performance targets. Performance targets. I know it is written down, but I am going to write it again because this is different from vision, mission, and forthcoming goals. इन तीनों से ये चीज अलग है, not related. An organization's performance targets, that is the results and outcomes it wants to achieve. So finally, we are talking about results and outcomes that we want to achieve through objective. So objective का एक ही काम है, to give us performance targets. So what should be the features? How should the objectives look like? Features are also known as characteristics, mind you, to define the entity's relationship with the environment. How dynamic is the entity? How does it adapt to the environment? All these things are to be defined through the objectives. The help to achieve mission and purpose. Give help to achieve mission and purpose. Basis for strategic decision making. Objective forms basis for strategic decision making. If you have to make any decision on the basis of strategy, objective will come into play. So this becomes a basis. It becomes a standard for performance appraisal. You know what you thought and you know what you achieved achieved. So if there is a gap, if there is some kind of error or lacuna, it has to be bridged. You can draw standards. It is understandable, concrete and specific, time frame related, measurable, controllable, challenging, correlated with each other. All factors are interrelated, nothing independent, nothing functions in isolation, and it should be set in within constraints. So it is more like the constraints, or you can say limitations. If there are limitations, it should be set within limitations. Limitations of, say, raw material. So if you have limited raw material, manage with that. Limited workforce, so manage with that. That is, it should be set within constraints. All these are features of objectives. Now, coming finally to the fourth aspect, Roman 4, it says goal. Finally, we have reached to the goal. It is precise, it is much more precise and clear than objective. Goals translate objectives to short term perspective. ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को शॉर्ट टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव दिया है. वहां पे हमने क्या डिस्कस करा था ऑब्जेक्टिव्स में? ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का परफॉर्मेंस टारगेट. Performance target is mostly long term. This would give a short term perspective. Goals are more precise, to the point, more specific, proper, and close ended. Close ended means as soon as one target is achieved, it is close ended. Within 3 years, within 5 years, or you can say within 1 year. This is known as close ended. एक साल में टारगेट अचीव हुआ और गोल अचीव हुआ, खत्म. Goal is over. Now revise the goal. Make for another year. That is close ended. There are 3 types of goals on the basis of time limit: short, less than 1 year; medium, more than 1 but less than 5 years; and long, more than 5 years up to 10 years. So these are short, medium, and long goals. So goal is something that is translated into objective through short-term perspective. Objective हमने अभी पढ़ा था, it is organization's performance target. So what is the difference? फर्क क्या है? Difference क्या है? Let's understand objectives versus goals. Objectives are open-ended attributes. They are not limited by any kind of time limit. There is no time limit as they are open-ended that denote the future states or outcomes, whereas goals are close-ended attributes which are more precise and specific. The competition levels affects price and stability. Ignore this line, prices and specific. Objectives versus goals. Coming to the last topic of this chapter, strategies at different managerial levels. Broadly speaking, in any business, there are three managerial levels: corporate level, divisional level, functional level. Corporate level is the top level, middle level, and functional level, that is the lower level or someone performing the function. Now, how are they arranged? Let's understand. The corporate level consists of all these terms that you keep on reading in the newspaper, hearing everywhere: CEO, senior executives, chairman, board of directors, corporate staff, anything. So, this becomes corporate level, high level, or top level managers or top level people. Their role includes defining the mission and goals. तो सबसे ऊपर बैठा है this board of directors. It meets every time, once in 3 months, once in 6 months. You know law, so you know about board meetings. They have to meet, and in that meeting, they define the mission and goals for the company. They determine what business to be in, किस business में जाना है. They allocate proper resources among different businesses. Again, point repetition. They formulate and implement the strategies that span individual businesses. And finally, they provide leadership for the entity. So people look up to them. These are the board of directors at the corporate level. So important corporate level, all these are roles and these are the people at the corporate level. Second level is business level manager or the second level. The principal general manager at business level or business level manager is the head of the concerned division. The business level manager are concerned with strategies specific to a particular business only. जिस business को वो संभालता है सिर्फ और सिर्फ उसका. So Tata has Tata Tea, Tata Motors, TCS. So if TCS has one person, he will be business level manager of Tata Sons. So they are based on general statements of direction and intent that come from the corporate level. These are business level managers. Now the third type is functional level managers. The word function, whoever is performing good functions. So the responsible for specific business functions, tasks and operations. For example, HR people, purchasing department, product department, customer service, that constitute a company or one of its divisions. Functional level managers. They develop functional strategies. The function that they are performing, on the basis of that, they develop functional strategies and also provide information to business level and corporate level, that is a top level, to formulate realistic and attainable strategies. So if you have to formulate realistic and attainable strategies, one should always refer to functional strategies because these are the lowest level people who are actually connected to the grassroots level. So they know the reality. Three levels that we have studied so far, please remember them: corporate level, business level, and functional level. So this was all, guys. Chapter number 2, very, very important, a lengthy chapter, 3-part video. And education revolution, you already know the name. Unacademy. Unacademy. I repeat, Unacademy. Like, comment, subscribe, and please tell us how did you like. Motivate us. I will make more videos for you on other subjects as well. So education revolution, you already know our links. Hit thumbs up on Facebook. You all must be on Facebook. Hit a thumbs up. Message me on Facebook. Ask any query, ask any doubt. Come to me, meet me. Twitter handle Unacademy. Spread the education revolution for all. Thank you so much for watching the tutorial. You guys are awesome.